invocation.
Let us pray. Wise and gracious one, we ask your blessing upon the students, the faculty, and the staff of Embry-Riddle University. We have been called to the high task of seeking knowledge, promoting ethics, and seeking growth in body, mind, and spirit. We give thanks for the gifts of this class of 2002 and the ways they have made this university a better place for having been here. Grant students and families joy and satisfaction as they see their dreams of graduation fulfilled this day. We ask this confident of your blessings. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Maury Hosseini, a member of the university's Board of Trustees.
What a crowd. Can we give a round of applause to our students, graduates? Welcome, welcome. By the way, this was not part of my script. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, it is my pleasure to declare the graduation ceremonies of the Embry-Riddle Winter Commencement now open. Thank you, Dean Fogel, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased and proud to welcome you to the ICI Center, recently named in honor of my company and me. You are the first winter graduating class since this building was dedicated to ICI, and that makes this day very special to me. I am most honored to welcome Mr. Philip Condit, Chairman and CEO of Boeing Company. What a privilege it is for those of us here today to have such an accomplished leader in our presence. Welcome, Mr. Condit. On December 12, 1981, I received my MBA from Embry-Riddle. I attribute an enormous amount of my success to the educational opportunities I was given by hailing from this outstanding university. Now you, the graduating members of the classes of 2002, are beginning the next chapter of your lives equipped with the best education an aeronautical university has to offer, a degree from Embry-Riddle. I applaud your accomplishment and wish you success in your chosen careers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Embry-Riddle's Winter 2002 graduation ceremony. It is a great pleasure to welcome the families and friends of the graduates, community friends, our distinguished guests to the most important, probably the most anticipated event on our academic calendar, graduation. And now, I'm pleased to introduce Dr. George Ebbs, President of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University.
Thank you, Sarah, and welcome to everyone. This is indeed a very special day. In 1966, 30 years ago, how quickly time flies. In 1966, I joined the Boeing Company as an engineer on the Boeing GE Joint Supersonic Transportation Program. It was a proposal that we won, but at the end of the day, it was not funded. That was the beginning of my romance with the world of aviation and aerospace. Just a year earlier, another engineer joined Boeing and was working on that very same program. That engineer, Phil Condit, had been in love with aviation since he was a small boy. From his home in Berkeley, California, he'd often traveled across the Bay Bridge to watch the airplanes come and go at San Francisco International Airport. He had no doubt what he wanted to study when the time came to go to college. Armed with a pilot's license and love of aviation, he enrolled in Berkeley's engineering program and moved on to complete his master's degree at Princeton University. Going to work for Boeing, then as now, the world's premier aviation and aerospace firm, was the logical next step after his graduation. Now, up until now, this is a fairly typical story of how many of us started our careers in aviation, but Phil's career, after arriving at Boeing, has been anything but typical. Who would have known then, when we first met, that this man would become one of the world's foremost leaders in the world of commercial, military aviation, and aerospace? A visionary for integrated, productive, and safe global air transportation. One of our nation's most innovative technology and systems integrators. A superb business strategist and business executive who would transform the Boeing company into the broad-based, world-renowned firm it is today. And an outspoken advocate of globalization, liberalizing international trade, and strengthening the World Trade Organization. Who would have known? Well, I would guess that back then, Phil had both ambition and a solid understanding of who he was. Two very important traits that, when combined with keen intellect, a strong work ethic, excellent human relations skills, and an inquiring mind, have made the trip from aerodynamicist to chairman and CEO much easier to understand. The specifics of Phil's career are well chronicled in the biography in your program, and I urge you to look at that. But some of the subtleties that I've observed are not. Let me share with you just a few of these. Phil is passionate about aviation and aerospace, something I know every one of you share. Its past, its present, and its future. He can reflect on what it must have been like for Orville and Wilbur. He takes great pleasure in listening and telling stories about Bill Boeing, Boeing Company's founder. He takes it very personally when the Pan Ams and Uniteds get in trouble. And he can rise above parochialism to see what is positive and possible in the actions of competitors. He understands what it takes to motivate and lead technical and business professionals. He appeals to common values, communicates often, challenges people to think big and to act even bigger, speaks in straightforward words, tones. He's easy to understand concepts, never criticizes publicly, and endlessly praises his people and his organization. He cares about youth, education, and professional development. And he's easy to be around. By illustration, Phil is the quintessential, I think is the best word, quintessential advocate of business casual dress. He's been known to change clothes 6 times in one day. Casual for the office, business casual for internal meetings, and formal suits for outsiders. So while you always know who you're going to meet when you go to Phil's office, you're never quite sure how he's going to be dressed. I had the great pleasure of knowing and working with Phil Condon for most of my career, and I'm extremely pleased to welcome him to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and to introduce him to this graduating class and our Embry-Riddle community. Our spring 2002 commencement speaker, Dr. Philip M. Condon, Chairman and CEO of the Boeing Company.
Good morning. Somehow a brilliant blue robe doesn't qualify as business casual. It's a great opportunity for me. I'm delighted to join this group of graduating students, distinguished faculty, family, friends. This is what graduation is really all about. So let me start with a quote from Henry Ford. Life is a series of experiences, each one of which makes us bigger, even though sometimes it is hard to realize this. So, graduates, after hours of study, after juggling demands, of meeting academic challenges, we gather today to recognize those experiences, the ones that you have had. Now, some of you at this point are going to sort of sigh internally and say, thank goodness that's done. Now, I encourage you to savor the moment. Enjoy the day. But remember, you're not done. You are entering a very rapidly changing world. A world in which the information revolution will have as profound an effect on us as the Industrial Revolution did on the world several hundred years ago. It will change everything. The Industrial Revolution changed us from a rural agrarian society to an urban industrial society. The Information Revolution will change the way we operate, the way we organize, the way we interact, the way we do business, the way we learn. And that will mean that a lot of the ideas that you have about what your careers may look like may very well change in the years ahead. So, maybe what kind of principles would guide us in a world like that? Let me suggest 3, and then at least give you a couple of my experiences to go along with them. First, take risk, but understand what risks you're taking. Second, embrace lifelong learning. And third, be on the field. So let me give you a couple experiences that I've had along the way. First one, take risks and understand the risks to take. As Dr. Ebb said, I joined the Boeing Company in 1965. 28 years old, an aeronautical engineer, worked on the SST program, then went to work on the 747 program. I'd been working at Boeing for 4 years. And then I was offered a job in marketing. Now I thought that sounded like a pretty exciting experience. A new thing to learn, new opportunity to do things. And then I was called into my boss's office, about as high as I could see in the company. And I was told very clearly that I needed to understand that if I left engineering, I would never be allowed back. Now, this was at a time that Boeing was going through a major downturn. It's when the sign outside Seattle said, "For the last one leaving Seattle, please turn out the lights." Not a good time to change careers. Not a good time to leave a profession that I had invested 6 long years in learning. But it was an opportunity, and I chose to take that opportunity. It allowed me to learn things I had not imagined before. I knew that my job did not define me, that I had the capability to do something else. And if that didn't work, I could find something else. It turned out to be the right thing to do. Now, I'll also have to tell you that in the end, the guy that told me I'd never be allowed back in engineering ended up working for me. So it all came out cool. Now, when I say take risks, make sure you understand what risks you're taking. Don't take risks with your life, but take some risks with your career. Know what you're doing, but be willing to step out and try new things. Second one, embrace lifelong learning. We do live in a world that is changing rapidly. just in the last day, as we've sat around the university here talking, we've talked about the fact that a number of us learned engineering with slide rules. Now they appear in glass cases for people to look at and wonder what you did with that strange object. When I went to work for Boeing, the biggest computer we had, the fastest computer we had, has less power and speed than the laptop I carry right now. I used to do analysis on that computer, overnight, batch. Took a box of punch cards, went down to the desk, handed it in, and then came back the next morning and got the printout. And almost inevitably, there was something wrong. So you went back and made the changes and resubmitted for the next night's run, and lived in desperate fear that you would drop that box and have to restack the deck. Or worse yet, working in Seattle, that you would drop the box in a rain puddle, because then you were toast, you were gone. But in those years that have gone in between, I've had to learn a lot of things. Learn how to use a computer in very different ways. Today, I cannot operate without it, but it's in a very different form. It is email that connects us around the entire world. Those kind of technological changes are going to mean that what we do and how we do it will change many times during your career. You will have to learn new things. I find it fascinating that there is not a day that goes by that I don't learn something new. Take advantage of those opportunities. Lifelong learning is both exciting and, I think, mandatory. The final one, be on the field. I'm going to quote directly from something that that Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt said, because I think it says this message very clearly. This is the quote: "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbled, or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who actually is in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotion, and spends time in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumphs of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither defeat nor victory." Be on the field, be engaged, contribute to solving problems, dare greatly. What you've been doing at Embry-Riddle is learning and creating experiences. Both have made you stronger, better prepared, more valuable. What really matters now is that you continue to learn and contribute. Today is especially yours, so enjoy it. Today marks a milestone, so cherish it. Today marks an experience, so build on it. Tomorrow offers all sorts of opportunities to do amazing things, especially if you're willing to take the right risks, continue to learn, and above all else, be on the field. Congratulations.
Thank you, Phil, for your thoughtful words and challenging vision and sound advice for our graduates. I'd like to ask Mr. Maury Hosseini, a member of our Board of Trustees, and Ray McBody, the Dean of the College of Engineering, to join me here at the podium for a special presentation.
The bestowing of an honorary degree by a university entails a very deliberate decision-making process through which individuals are identified who exhibit leadership, impart knowledge, support the university, and serve as a role model for their peers as well as for future generations. Philip Condit is such an individual. We wish to honor Philip Condit for his commitment to and significant efforts in the aviation and aerospace industry. Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University proudly confers on you, Philip Condit, the degree of Doctor of Aerospace Engineering, honoris causa, with all of the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Today, Embry-Riddle is also bestowing an honorary degree in Aviation Business Administration, honoris causa, for Mr. Robert W. Baker. Bob Baker retired from his position as Vice Chairman of American Airlines in May of this year after 35 inspired and impassioned years of leadership. In recent years, as American Senior Vice President of Operations and then Executive Vice President, Bob's managerial skills propelled American Airlines to its position as one of the world's foremost airlines. And although now retired, he continues to represent American Airlines and the airline industry on technical and operational issues before the FAA, the National Transportation Safety Board, and other governmental agencies and industry groups. Bob was elected to Embry-Riddle's Board of Trustees in 1999, and he serves on the Development Committee and the Flight Education and Safety Committee. He's also a trustee of his alma mater, Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut. He's a board member of the American Lung Association, the Texas State Fair, the Zale Lipsche University Hospital. He holds a degree in economics from Trinity College and a master's degree in business administration from the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. Bob, American Airlines, and a host of Bob's admirers have formed the Robert W. Baker Scholarship Fund for Embry-Riddle. Unfortunately, Bob is not able to be here today to accept this honorary degree or to address this superb graduating class. But I know he wishes he could be here. I'd like you to join me in enjoying this brief video presentation we prepared in honor of this occasion as a small means of sharing with you more about Bob and his amazing contributions to aviation and aerospace. And I invite those on the podium, if you wish, to turn your chairs, or you can watch this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Kathy Diener, Dean of Students, for a special presentation.
Each commencement, an outstanding graduating senior is selected to receive the Chancellor's Award. Candidates for this award of distinction are selected on the basis of academic excellence, campus activities, and contributions to the university and to the local community. These students are leaders who challenge others around them to think, to question, and to act. They are recommended by representatives of the faculty, staff, and student body and nomination for this honor reflects campus-wide recognition of outstanding accomplishments. We would like to have the 3 finalists stand and be presented to you. They represent the very best we have at Embry-Riddle. Tara Jean Otteson. Brendan Baker. Kyra McCoubrey. This time I'd like to introduce the Chancellor of the Daytona Beach campus, Dr. Owen Price, who will join me for this presentation.
I'm very pleased to announce the senior who is receiving the Chancellor's Award. Brendan Baker, will you please come forward? Brendan is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Aviation Business Administration, magna cum laude, with a cumulative GPA of 3.704. Brendan has been an active participant and distinguished student leader throughout his Embry-Riddle experience. He's been on the Dean's List, the National Dean's List, was among the who's who in American college students for both 2001 and 2002. Brendan is also the recipient of the Greg Nelly Scholarship, Air Sur Scholarship, Order of Omega Campus Leadership Scholarship, All-American Scholarship Collegiate Award, and the National Collegiate Business Merit Award. Brendan is also active on campus and in the community. He's a Student Government Association representative. He's held many positions within his fraternity, Delta Chi, including Vice President. He's also Vice President of Internal Affairs for the Interfraternity Council and Vice President of Extension for the Omicron Delta Kappa National Leadership Honor Society. He's a member of Future Business Leaders of America and American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. He works as a student assistant for the Aeronautical Science Department and was a nominee for the Student Employee of the Year Award in 2002. His activities within the community include coaching Little League Baseball, organizing Red Cross blood drives, initiating an Adopt a Highway community cleanup program, and a Relay for Life to benefit the American Cancer Society, and planning a pet food drive to benefit the Volusia County Humane Society. In his spare time, he's been a member of the Golf Club, the Rock Climbing Club, the Flock, which is the Athletic Spirit Club, an intramural captain for flag football, volleyball, basketball, floor hockey, and softball. His future plans include continuing his education here at Embry-Riddle by pursuing a Master's of Business Administration in Aviation program, and then pursuing a career in corporate aviation. Brendan clearly exemplifies a well-rounded, exceptional Embry-Riddle student and leader, and I'm pleased to recognize his many academic, professional, and community achievements by presenting him with this award. Pleasure to introduce to you the president of the senior class, Mrs. John Volbrecht.
Good morning. A little taller. Good morning, everybody. Just want to welcome all the faculty, staff, the families and friends, and of course, our graduating senior class. I want to start off by thanking, photo guy, start off thanking my senior class council for the hard work that they've done, especially to Patrick Potier for my vice president. Thank you all very much. I knew today was special, and I'd be giving diplomas away because I've never seen this many, I don't know how you say it here, classmates of mine on a Saturday morning. But we're not kids anymore. As now, we are men and women, one more than the other. But the whole thing is I've been thinking, where do we go from here? And although I'm not sure yet, I do remember when I first got here at Riddle. And one of the things I had was excitement I had over meeting some new strangers from different parts of the world, parts of the country. Then the anticipation that getting my mom and dad gone so I could experience some of this college life. Then I had a strange feeling, the real strange feeling, the realizing that they're leaving for a while. The first week here, Embry-Riddle was great, and kind of started off how we developed into who we are today. Started off with something called Shag Fest. All the students probably know about this. I mean, how can you miss this? How can a college student miss something that's called Shag Fest? But participating in this Shag Fest was something that I anticipated doing something in my career. So I went to the Shag Fest, learned a little bit more about the student population here. First thing, friendly, kind, and as I got to introduce people who were promoting themselves, a big sense of family. And that family continues to develop as we grow. But one of the most eye-opening things I noticed for me at the Shag Fest was the SGA and how interesting they were. You know, SGA is usually not an interesting group, but they're handing out free things. And those 3 things are beer bottle openers, safe ride cards to get us home when we were drunk, and condoms. Mom, now you know I joined the SGA. After that first year in the dorms, we either made best friends that are still very close to us now, or someone we couldn't stand to be around. Now after 3, 4, and for some of the cool guys like me in 5 and 6 years, we've created one beautiful family here, not of blood, of marriage, but of friendship that I know has changed my life and hopefully yours forever. So, as I started, keeping it short again, where do we go from here? Well, we're going to be leaving here as graduates and as men and women. But most importantly, and very importantly, we're an addition of a new and large community, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University alumni. With all that said, I still haven't answered, where do we go from here? I know I'm proud to say that wherever it's going to go, there's going to be a nice cold beer, a nice hot steak, and opportunity for me to look at my diploma until the sun goes down. Congratulations to everybody, we're graduating.
Today, graduates, you are joining a very special family, one that John mentioned just a few minutes ago, one that numbers over 40,000 members located throughout the world, family members who are leaders in the aviation aerospace industry. In honor of your achievements and to recognize you as members of the Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Alumni Association, you will be receiving a pin signifying your alumni status. Wear it with pride, and on behalf of the University Office of Alumni Relations and the Alumni Association, I wish each member of the class of Fall 2002 luck, success, and happiness. At this time, the faculty are pleased to present the candidates for graduate degrees from both Daytona Beach and extended campuses. Each of these candidates is wearing a master's hood. These hoods, which the candidates received earlier today, evolved from the medieval hoods worn by professors in Europe and later in universities around the world. In classic tradition, Embry-Riddle's hood reflects the school's colors, sky blue and sun gold. The field of graduate study is designated by the color of the velvet binding: orange for the Master of Science in Aerospace Engineering, the Master of Aerospace Engineering, and the Master of Software Engineering degrees; gold for the Master of Aeronautical Science degree, and tan for the Master of Business Administration. Congratulations on the honor of wearing this hood. The master's candidates who received their diplomas in gold covers have earned a 4.0 grade point average and are graduating with distinction. The college deans will present the diplomas to the master's candidates from the Daytona Beach campus.
Dean Rodney Piercy will present the master's candidates for the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for master's degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Dean Fogel, it is my honor to present the candidates for master's degrees as recommended by the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Suzanne Kimberly Robinson, with distinction. Robert Brian Valamont, with distinction. Angela Sophia Wendell, with distinction. This concludes the presentation of master's degrees for the colleges of arts and sciences. We'll present the master's candidates for the College of Aviation.
Will the candidates for the master's degree for the College of Aviation please rise? Dean Fogel, it's my honor to present the candidates for the master's degrees as recommended by the faculty of the College of Aviation.
Candidates for the degree of Master of Aeronautical Science. Abdul Aziz K. Al-Hajari. Jacqueline Yvonne Hamilton. Who's who among students in American universities and colleges. Richard Allen Kemp. This concludes the presentation of master's degrees for the College of Aviation. Dean Daniel Petrie will present the master's candidates for the College of Business.
Will the master's candidates from the College of Business please rise? Dean Fogel, it is my honor to present the candidates for master's degrees as recommended by the faculty of the College of Business.
Candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration in Aviation. Noman Ansari. Lori Ann Goosens. Li Ying Gu. Amit Taj Gupta. With distinction, who's who among students in American universities and colleges. Bikram Jaswal. Carolina Lenz. Sung Lin. Reginald D. Redding. Sean Edmund Rogers. Chad Robert Zabin. And this concludes the presentation of master's degrees for the College of Business. We'll present the master's degrees for the College of Engineering.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees from the College of Engineering please rise? Dean Fogel, it is my honor to present the candidates for the master's degrees as recommended by the faculty of the College of Engineering.
Masters of Aerospace Engineering. Raphael Chuffy. Elaine Descouzons. Candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Aerospace Engineering. Christian M. Kostriva, with distinction. Daniel R. Lenjozik. Candidates for the degree of Master of Software Engineering. Jonathan LeBay, with distinction. Jean-Philippe Leo Linordon, with distinction. Lorenz Prem, with distinction. Rochelle A. Robles. And this concludes the presentation of master's degrees from the Daytona Beach campus.
Ladies and gentlemen, Embry-Riddle's extended campus presides over a distributed learning network of more than 130 teaching and learning sites and centers in 38 states in the nation and 4 nations in Europe. Today we are very fortunate and very proud to have a large number of our students participating in this ceremony here at Daytona Beach in this distributed learning network. Dr. William Getter, the Dean of the College of Career Education, will present the master's candidates.
Will the master's candidates from the College of Career Education from the extended campus please rise? Chancellor Myers. It is my great honor to present to you the candidates for master's degrees as recommended by the faculty of the College of Career Education.
The degree of Master of Aeronautical Science, James Earl Clark. Curtis Greg Frost, with distinction. Joseph Edward Fuller. John Paul Gumbar. Rodrigo Gonzalez. William J. Hosey. William Kawong, with distinction. Gustavo Adolfo Londono, with distinction. Jennifer Adrian Morse, with distinction. Scott Jason Morse, with distinction. Sage H. Olson. Sandra Ann Stack, with distinction. Monica Pertuz Stone, with distinction. Jeffrey Bruce Summy, with distinction. James Richard Swindell, Jr., with distinction. Michael Joseph Turley. James Michael Walters, with distinction. Candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration in Aviation, Abdel S. Ali. Julia Christina Black, with distinction. Peter Scott Braden. John Michael Gross. Jennifer Lynn Heinbaugh. Kit Tan Lei. Juan Guillermo Posada. Johandre Dijon Smurfagusa. Louis Henry Vogel Smith III. Candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Technical Management, Rosita Lovett Green. John R. Lewis. This concludes the presentation of master's degrees.
And now, the faculty of the Daytona Beach campus are pleased to present their candidates for undergraduate degrees.
Dean Rodney Piercy will present the undergraduate candidates for the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for undergraduate degrees for the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? Dean Fogel, it is my honor to present the candidates for undergraduate degrees as recommended by the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences.
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Studies, Francis Robert Asario. Timothy James Bailey. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Timothy Stephen Brady. Marshall Scott Burton. Manuel Antonio Castro Crespo. Glenn L. Cox. Joseph B. Furman. Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Jorge Ivan Gomez. Joseph Philip Ledong, magna cum laude. Hal Dietrich Loers. Richard Patrick Martin. Kobe Reese Mayfield. Joseph Michael Napoli. Mark Lee Parker. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, William E. Slaughter. Richard Raymond Spargo, Jr. Michael Robert Tubbs. Robert Lewis Tyler. Heather Marie Wolfenden. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Applied Experimental Psychology. Audrey Nicole Acuna. Adrian Ruth Bissell, cum laude. Brandon Scott Blankenship, summa cum laude. Amanda Marie Boyson. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Matthew John Holloman, Sigma Tau Delta. David Lee Jones, cum laude. Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Charity Susan Odell, cum laude. Tara Jean Otteson, magna cum laude. Sylvia Patricia Votisek, who's who among students in American universities and colleges. Adam Thomas Winters. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Communication. Samantha Leanne Cook. Dwan Liwanda Hunt. Stacy Camille Moritz. Amanda Rose Story, Omicron Delta Kappa. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering Physics. Leslie Novak, summa cum laude, Sigma Pi Sigma. William Azar Saeed. Mark Andrew Sirianni. Michael Robert Zafuto. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Human Factors Psychology. Jennifer Crystal Combs, Treasurer, Senior Class Council. Charles Maurice Cordon. Cyril Joseph Maramangalam. Brian Nathaniel Seidel, posthumously. And this concludes the presentation of undergraduate degrees for the Colleges of Arts and Sciences. We'll present the undergraduate candidates for the College of Aviation.
Will the candidates for undergraduate degrees for the College of Aviation please rise? Dean Fogel, it's my honor to present the candidates for the undergraduate degrees as recommended by the faculty of the College of Aviation. Please be seated.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Science. Henry Alavarez. Wade Glenn Andry, summa cum laude. Danielle Marie Onuskowitz. Jason Aldo Armstrong. Stephen Murray Arnold. Peter Michael Austin. Adam David Ayer. Thomas William Balzer. Nathan Andrew Beam. Ariel Bianco, summa cum laude. Jeffrey Bruce Bonesack. Serena Lynn Bryant, cum laude. Wendy Marie Bulkowski. Michael Sean Bullard. Garrett Michael Campanell. Paul Edward Servino. William Eric Chapman. Albert Ishu Chen, cum laude. Tom Kipruto Chepto. Jonathan Robert Colcord. Harry E. Copeland IV. Derek Meldon Cotta. Russell D. Cottrell III. David Joshua Cox. David Michael Densmore, cum laude. Sean Aaron Derby. Ade Falaju de Salut. Daniel Armando DeBuccio. James Dimmer. Aaron Kyle Falah. David Craig Fenstermaker. Mark Albert Finnegan. James Morgan Fitch, magna cum laude, Alpha Omicron Alpha. Joseph Scott Fieldi. Ryan Jules Fleming. Derek Adam Fowler, magna cum laude. April Ellen George. Samuel Alford de Emilio Green. Who's who among students in American universities and colleges. Patrick Adam Grisham. Ryan Douglas Hans. Raymond George Hansen. Edwin Gray Hicks. Madi Jabili. Dragan Jokovic. S. Brian Kaufman. Edward Kelly. Tae-ho Kim, cum laude. Brian John Commits. Gary Kovaleski, cum laude. Michael Brian Krug, magna cum laude, who's who among students in American universities and colleges, Alpha Omicron Alpha. Tommy Cavilbang. Philip Timothy Lawrence, magna cum laude. Justin Warner Lazari. Danny Young Lee. Eric Christopher Lewis, magna cum laude. Suzanne Elizabeth May. Andrew William McSwain. David John Markowitz. Colleen Allison Martin, cum laude. Lee Charles McClintock. Kira McCoubery. Timothy Wayne Mitchell. Matthew Michael Mulligan, cum laude. Spencer Andrew Murphy. Laurel Mary Nee. John R. Neath III, cum laude. Michael Andy Neppy. Robert Martin Ortman. Francesca Petrini Cola. Randy Patak. Chad Delano Peterson, magna cum laude. Kevin Paul Piasek. David Andrew Popp. Christopher Charles Potterick, magna cum laude. Jason K. Powell. Thomas Pritchard, summa cum laude. William Brandon Ransdell, cum laude. Chad Christopher Rawls. William Jamie Reaney. Francesca Rizzo. Corey Justin Runnels. Alan Herndon Russell. Amber Ann Ryan. Scott Patrick Safran, magna cum laude. Michael Chateau. Ryan Parmalee Shaver. Bradley Kent Sullivan, magna cum laude, Alpha Omicron Alpha. Julian Peter Suzansky, cum laude, member Senior Class Council. Angelique Ame Talbot. Brandon Hazel Taylor, cum laude, Alpha Omicron Alpha. Timothy E. Tharp. Christian Napoleon Tugas, Secretary, Senior Class Council. Michael John Uleski. John Christopher Valbreck, President, Senior Class Council. Anthony Michael Valise. Bradley J. Wardlaw. Tori Wentworth, magna cum laude, Alpha Omicron Alpha. Glenn Charles Edward Wiebolt, magna cum laude. Rupert Eustace Winchester, Jr. Nathan Allen Wisniewski. Matthew Emil Zachman. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Systems Maintenance. Menju Wu. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Air Traffic Management. Shashi M. Adams. Esau Allah, member, Senior Class Council. Carlos Arispa. Barrett Anthony Brown. Michael Joseph Coggins. Catherine Elizabeth Kalush. William Milne Kraus. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, John David McDonald. Patrick Todd Pottinger, Vice President, Senior Class Council. Frederick Charles Steele. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Applied Meteorology. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, David Scott Isaacson. Neil Andrew Roberts, cum laude. Ryan James Wasson. Diana Jo White. Stacy Lynn Wilson. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Professional Aeronautics. Eliza Barreto. Andre Catanzariti. Brian Wayne Gardner. Evans Andre Joseph. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Jeffrey Ray Morgan. Ati Tapio Noras, magna cum laude. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Kevin Patrick Roulette. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Kenneth Scott, Jr. Jason M. Thomas. C. Zhen. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Safety Science. Carol Leanne Geiser. Gregory Houston, member, Senior Class Council. Terrence Augustin Sim, magna cum laude, Omicron Delta Kappa, who's who among students in American universities and colleges, Sigma Tau Delta. This concludes the presentation of undergraduate degrees for the College of Aviation. For the College of Business.
Will the candidates for undergraduate degrees for the College of Business please rise? Dean Vogel, it is my honor to present the candidates for undergraduate degrees as recommended by the faculty of the College of Business. Please be seated.
Candidates for the degree of Associate in Science in Aviation Business Administration. Dana Erin Hensley. J. Tack Lee. Ruben Mesa. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aviation Business Administration. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Audra Lynn Addison. Vivek Agarwal, summa cum laude, who's who among students in American universities and colleges. Ashraf Hussein Al-Shadali. Demetrios Antoniades. Gabrielle Arnon. Brendan Michael Baker, magna cum laude, Omicron Delta Kappa. Brunel Caesar. Timothy Christian Chavis. Angelica Hafner. Jarvis D. Hall. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Aaron J. Kleiman. Who's who among students in American universities and colleges. Olivier Francois Lindemann. Stephen Michael McCall, cum laude. Who's who among students in American universities and colleges. Kosha Dorendra Mehta. Edmund James Mueller III. Nicholas Mutamwa Mutoya. Nikola Nastasovich. Alexandria Nicole Newell. Who's who among students in American universities and colleges. Andrea Marie Nieto. Patrick Ryan O'Malley. Michael Patrick Reagan. Mauricio Rodolfo Rivero, cum laude. Daniel Serebrinic, summa cum laude. Sabrina Warner Dubé, member, Senior Class Council. Sasha Patrick James Wilkinson. Candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aviation Maintenance Management. George Gamboa, who's who among students in American universities and colleges. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aviation Management. Hamed Abdullah Al-Husseini. Joseph G. Ferrante. Alejandro Rodrigo Manrique. Sarah Elizabeth Mitchell, cum laude. Who's who among students in American universities and colleges? David Michael Sanders. Alexandra Janet Smith. Justin R. Smith. Candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Management of Technical Operations, Brian Douglas Emmerling. And this concludes the presentation of undergraduate degrees for the College of Business. Dean Ray McBody will present the undergraduate candidates for the College of Engineering.
Will the candidates for the undergraduate degrees for the College of Engineering please rise? Dean Fogel, it is my honor to present the candidates for the undergraduate degrees as recommended by the faculty of the College of Engineering. Please be seated.
The degree of Associate in Aviation Maintenance Technology, Hamid Reza Darvishpour. Candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Electronics, Stacy Ann Sidoni Williams. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering, J. Michael Abely. Maria Olitan Akandi. Salem Saeed Al-Kahali. Michael Talbot Allen. Mohammed Abdul Qaderi Al-Suwaid. Pedro Felix Alvarez, member, Senior Class Council, Omicron Delta Kappa. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Patrick U. Arn. Jason Barwig. Kevin Isaac Bernier. Jamil Russell Bland. Jesse Blair Butler. Clinton Cagle Channel. Kurt William Chuning. Frank Joseph Sepola. Nelson Swinga Saran. Angie Clover. Shion Anthony Correra, Sigma Gamma Tau. Jeffiner Whipple Cox, Sigma Gamma Tau. David Daniel Delgado. David M. Early. Jerome Jean Engersky II. Eric Philippe Fantasia, magna cum laude, Sigma Gamma Tau. Julian Few, magna cum laude. Ricardo Javier Fernandez. Bradley R. Gilbert, Jr. Michael Gonzalez. Adam Russell Greenspan. Gregory Kent Harvey. Susan Marie Herman, Sigma Gamma Tau. Larry Richard Holmes, Jr. Ameka Chigazir Ibikwe, Sigma Gamma Tau, who's who among students in American universities and colleges. Jeffrey Delane Johnson. Michael Patterson Johnson, cum laude. Rizal Kamaruzaman, cum laude, Sigma Gamma Tau. Mark Edward Kennedy, Sigma Gamma Tau. Igor Lebovich, magna cum laude, Sigma Gamma Tau. David Allen McClure, cum laude, Sigma Pi Sigma, Sigma Gamma Tau. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Francis R. Marino. Matthew Mattice. Omar Mercedes Rodriguez. Brandy Renee Meyer. Second Lieutenant, United States Army, Jeffrey Ryan Odell, Sigma Gamma Tau. Jonathan Oxman. Manglesh M. Patel. Michael Paul Pavis. Brian Peters. Misty Marie Snoopkowski. Raphael Salden. Jeremy Scott Speckman, cum laude. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Amanda Lynn Stevens, cum laude, Sigma Gamma Tau, Omicron Delta Kappa. Chad Hagen Tressler. Thomas Raymond Tyler, Jr. Rockney Raphael Van Cleef. Chayuet Yi. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aircraft Engineering Technology. Tamer M. El-Sisi. Mohammed Abdel Hamid. Melissa Ann Holt. Rafael Reyes. Tamer Saeed Ami. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aviation Technology. David Albert Avila, cum laude. Norman E. Heap. Ricardo Polenko. Howard So. Robert Vincent Truglia. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Avionics Engineering Technology. Mohammed Salem Al-Nogwaini. Taha Mustafa El-Fuli. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Donald William Harper. Kenny Ho. Philip Charles Stitzinger. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Riza Abasaltian. Paul David Bell. Yuri Feliciano. Jonathan Timothy Green. Andrew Mark Roberts. Tapin D. Shah. Upsilon Pi Epsilon, cum laude. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Ryan Weldon, summa cum laude. Stephen Gerard Winkfield. Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, Paul Allen Woods. This concludes the presentation of undergraduate degrees from the Daytona Beach campus. William Getter will present the undergraduate candidates for the College of Career Education.
Chancellor Myers, it is my great honor to present to you the candidates for undergraduate degrees as recommended by the faculty of the College of Career Education.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Professional Aeronautics. Gordon D. Anderson. Jeffrey Michael Anton. John J. Arietta. Jorgen Badura, summa cum laude. Frederick H. Bluff. Joseph Eugene Barnowski, summa cum laude. Anthony James Burris. George E. Calhoun. Adrian R. Casala. Gary J. Clem. Michael Norman Clevitt, magna cum laude. Christopher John Conroy. Patricia Carol Conroy, cum laude. Jeremy Michael Corner. Eugene L. Cruz, cum laude. Donna Ann Dubisson, cum laude. Gary Douglas Eldridge II, magna cum laude. J. David Enfield, cum laude. Daniel Brian Irvin. Quint Thurston Eskew. Daniel J. Furco, cum laude. David Lloyd Fuller. Frank Gallego. Thomas Henry Gardner, cum laude. Marcia Luisa Gordon. Melissa Lynn Griffin. Brad J. Gutman. Paul C. Hall, cum laude. Arania L. Hamilton. Jose Hernandez. Andres Helmut Johns. Jennifer Susan Kaiser. Roy G. Kidwell, Jr. Frank E. Klotz. David Reed Lawman. Robert Lawrence Loubiere. Sean Patrick Lovell, magna cum laude. Robert Michael Lyon, magna cum laude. Danielle Milton. Stuart Frederick Morgan, magna cum laude. Scott Allen Mount Campbell. Kevin David Olson, cum laude. Mitchell Glenn Parker. Lawrence Anthony Parker, Jr. Scott Lee Patterson. Timothy Lee Powell. Harold L. Ricketts, Jr., summa cum laude. Guillermo A. Roman, summa cum laude. Daniel Robert Ryan. Ronald Sadler. Luis Sanchez. Arthur W. Schultz, cum laude. Denroy Donovan Smith. William E. Smith. Peter Sabota, magna cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Stegmeyer. Jennifer Lee Stepp, cum laude. Mark Allen Tobin. Sean Colin Tufts. Kurt Henry Urban, magna cum laude. Jennifer F. Wade, magna cum laude. Stephen James Walden, cum laude. James B. Ward, magna cum laude. Todd Mitchell Wood, magna cum laude. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Aviation Business Administration: Amanda Elizabeth Brown. Deborah Encolada. Portia Trudy Moses, cum laude. Victor Popovich, summa cum laude. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Management of Technical Operations: Talal Al-Shalan. Minerva E. Cook. Susan Ann Engel, cum laude. Carlos A. Estrada, cum laude. Vincent Alexander Flanagan, cum laude. Danny G. Poski, magna cum laude. Luis A. Rosario, cum laude. Antoinette Dawn Smith. Inga Wurgis, magna cum laude. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of the candidates for degrees for the fall 2002 commencement ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jay Adams, a member of Embry-Riddle's Board of Trustees, will join me in conferring the degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer on you as appropriate the associate degree, the associate in science degree, the bachelor's degree, the Bachelor of Science degree, and the master's degree, the Master of Science degree, with all the rights, privileges, honors, responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates and their parents. You may now move your tassels from the right to the left.
I have several thank yous that I would like to make, and if you would, please hold your applause until the end. I would first like to thank Michael Rossellino, head cross-country coach and director of the Broderick Education Success Team, and Mrs. Valerie Cruzy, our Director of Records and Registration, for assisting us with reading the students' names and distributing the diplomas. I would also like to thank Mr. Sonny Searles, who has provided the language interpretation for the ceremony, the Melbourne Municipal Band under the direction of Mr. Claire Christie for providing the music today, and Ms. Angela Wendell and Mr. Glenn Wiebold for the presentation of the National Anthem. The interest, dedication, and support from several groups of people play an important part in the success of the university. The first, our Board of Trustees, Board of Visitors, and officers of the university. Will you please stand so that we may recognize you? The individuals who have played the major role in preparing our graduates for their future careers are the faculty. Will the faculty please stand and be recognized? Those who have been a part of the graduates' everyday lives, often assisting and encouraging them through their college experiences, are the staff. Will you please stand and be recognized? The most honored guests here today are the families of our graduates. Their love and support have made this day possible. Graduates, please stand and acknowledge your families for their support. Please be seated. We are delighted that all of you could be here today and share in this special occasion. We want to encourage you to attend one of the receptions immediately following the ceremony. The locations are listed in your program. At this time, we present to you our newly created alma mater, performed by the Acapellas.
We have